Hello everybody, and welcome to another Marvel Superheroes Draft. Let's dive on in and see what we are working with. Our rare is... I don't think this card's very good. I had to be good against me before, but it's kind of just a dead top deck if you draw it later. What else is in this pack? It's between that and Spider-Man to the Rescue, which is... I mean, the commons here are not great. There's Widow's Bite, maybe. Loki's not the best. It's really between Spider-Man to the Rescue and Doom Reign Supreme, which I just don't think is worth playing. So I'm going to take Spider-Man to the Rescue. If I was already a villains deck and I thought it would be kind of fun to build around this, maybe I'd try this. I've put this in a deck before and it was not good, even though it was good against me. One time. Spider-Man to the Rescue it is. Very flexible card. We get to follow that up with a Night Nurse, which is a very strong card as well. I like starting in white. The rare is missing, so it could be anything, but a lot of the good rares in this set are white. There's not a lot of there's just less that are in the other colors, I feel like. Abomination's pretty good. Hour's fine. Those are the cards that come to mind. Herbie's fine. But let's take Night Nurse. Okay, I'm liking the start. Agent Maria Hill's a good white card. It is the only white card in the pack, but like, what else am I supposed to take here? Crossbones, Crimson Operative, Hercules. I don't think those are even close to Maria Hill, because if you get one teamwork off this, you feel like you did it. And a 1-mana 2/1 is just good in this format. It doesn't line up the best against a shield deployment drone, but you can get like a Helicarrier Strike, or you can get the black removal spell that I always forget the name of that exiles things with teamwork, or we see the nays. So Agent Maria Hill is a really good pickup here. Other than that, I would probably take maybe Hercules. I don't like Hercules. This pack is kind of weak. Other than that, like, I don't like to play most of these cards. Maybe I would take Crimson Operative, but I don't want to play Crimson Operative decks, really. Maybe I would just take Crossbones here. Maybe the card I like the most after Maria Hill, but like, this is just a really pretty clear. I think all of these picks have been pretty reasonable so far, pretty easy. Pick 4. There's Miss Marvel. When you cast a spell, it targets a creature you control. I think it's at its best in blue-green, because that's when you have like your fight spells. Don't love Red Hulk. I think Mr. Hyde is pretty solid. We could play white-green. There's also Cruel Alliance, which I really like. I think Cruel Alliance is the best card in this pack and also plays with Maria Hill. I think white-black is a totally fine home. Mr. Hyde isn't maybe at its best in green-white. There's some counter stuff, just not a ton. But yeah, Cruel Alliance is great. I almost didn't see it at first because I was looking at the uncommons first, but I like getting Cruel Alliance here. And now there's Take Up the Shield. There's Go Nuts. Would I rather have the 100% chance of putting Take Up the Shield in my deck? Because I'm almost positive I'm playing white at this point. Or Go Nuts is just a better card. It doesn't play well with what I have right now. I kind of want to Take Up the Shield. I'm like trying to justify it in my head. I'm going to Take Up the Shield. Oh, there's Ronin, there's Black Panther, though. This is a pretty easy Black Panther, though. Ronin's only good if you're, like, dedicated to the black-white deck and you have, like, some stolen Stark techs and stuff. I think Black Panther's quite good. We did miss out on a Go Nuts, but Take Up the Shield is also going to be good in this deck. Cruel Alliance, sure, we miss out on that, but we'll speculate on the Vanguard. Now we'll get a Widow's Bite. We will speculate back and forth, but yeah, I think this card's a good pickup. Potentially black-white. I mean, black-white. I don't think Yellow Jacket's good here. Huh. I could abandon white. Yellow Jacket's the best card in this pack, and so I'll just take that. Now I'll take Loki. There's just no other cards for me to consider, really. I don't like the Legionnaire. White is getting fought over for sure. Would I rather have Ronin than Take Up the Shield? Probably not still. The Thing, Thor. I guess I'll take Thor. I don't think it's great though. And then Dino. Sure. Rapid, Rescue, or 2-drop. We get a Panther's Pounce. So, interesting draft here so far. Black maybe looks the most open, but black-white could be a fine spot. Wrecking Crew is very strong. Even if I don't play this base color, I could splash this in a white-black deck or a white-red deck. Also, Whiplash, Supervillain Lockup. I have 1, 2, 3 good white cards. It pairs best with my black cards. And if you do get this card, playing black-red's not the worst, so we'll see what we get here as a follow-up. This card's very strong. I mean, I saw one Go Nuts pretty late. Didn't see any scrolls. Saw some late Pet Avengers. So my white cards are fine. My black cards are pretty reasonable. My red cards are not the best. Could just take Hour of Defeat here. Could take another Night Nurse. I'll take Hour of Defeat here. I think it's looking pretty likely I want this card because I want to play black in some capacity. Yeah, I would love to play white-black, I think, splashing red. Cloak and Dagger is very strong. Also, Supervillain Lockup. The Cloak and Dagger fits that kind of game plan perfectly, almost. I don't really want to play base red ever, really. This card's just really worth splashing. I'll take Cloak and Dagger over the Supervillain Lockup. I've been very impressed by this card. Now there's another Maria Hill. There's also a Web Up. Web Up is an essential removal spell. There's also a land. I'd rather get the Web Up here, though. Now there's Raft Security Officer. There's Killmonger. There's Herbie. Let's take Raft. Stark Tech or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I could probably make Stark Tech work. Creature count. Decent. This card's probably not my favorite. I'm just going to take the Stark Tech. It's okay. Actually, I'm going to take the Surveillance Room. If I'm trying to splash, that could be useful. The Vision's not my favorite. Let's just get some of these cards. So I don't really want the Yellow Jacket. This is a 3-drop. This is a 2-drop. I guess I'll take Hydra Troopers. I don't think it's very good, though. I just don't like Masters of Evil very much, either. Another Stark Tech. Another Crimson Operative. Drone Flock is fine. I mean, this is a good red card. At this point, we have enough white cards that we can make it work. And I'm not really a Stark Tech deck. I don't have any equipment synergies. If I had taken Ronin over something, maybe. Ninja of the Hand is fine. I think it's better than Hydra Troopers by a little. Not by a ton, but a little. Kill spells are up here. Combat tricks are here. Curve is down here. Third Panther Pounce or first Hydra? I'll try the first Hydra, maybe. I don't really want to play it, though. We kind of found our way here at the end here. Perfect. This fits perfectly into our scheme. White, black, splash, red. I do wish we'd taken some more of those lands. We saw a red-white land and a black-red land that pack. We did get the surveillance room, though. That helps. Well, yeah, we'll take this. There's Cruel Alliance here as a premium card. There's also the land to help us play our red cards. I'm just going to take the Cruel Alliance, though. I want more good kill spells. And I'll just play, like, random Savage Land Dinosaur as a fixer if I need to. Like, not even able to play it, just only for the land cycling. Red Room Recruit, because I need 2 drops. I think that's pretty reasonable. Baron Zemo. Red Room Recruit, I think, is worse than Herbie by a good margin, but we want the 2s. This is a premium 2-drop. Also, now that I have 2 copies of Cruel Alliance, getting that second Agent Maria Hill maybe would have been better than the Web Up. But I still have I have 4 kill spells that can kill anything. Patriot's great. Okay, another Cruel Alliance. Yeah, the Agent Maria Hill really would have worked out. I think it's a great card, don't get me wrong. But at the time, I only had 2 teamwork cards. And it's a legendary creature. And I didn't have as many kill spells as I did. Okay. This card's starting to look more appealing. I have 5 villains, so probably not making the cut still. This is another equipment synergy. I'm not playing a ton of equipments. I think Raft is totally fine, though. Unfortunately, these lands have been the wrong ones this pack. I would have, if these had been the other packs, it would have worked out a lot better for me. Sure, Robot Domination, maybe. Probably not, though. Do I take the card that helps me splash what I already have? Or the card that's really good to splash? Also a Kree Sentinel in this deck. This card's good. I'm just taking the card that helps the cards I already have for splashing because I don't really have a good splash regardless right now. Whiplash ain't great in my deck because I don't have any equipments. I think, yeah. Helicarrier's fine though. 2-drop. Okay, Helicarrier Strike's not the worst. Okay, so what do I need to do to get up to 6 2-drops? So I'm not going to play any Forest, obviously. So if we play something like this, 8-7-1-1. My deck is going to play these 2 as land cyclers, plus this. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4 red sources for 2 red cards. Seems fair enough. This is basically a land, so maybe I'll just cut a land because this is always getting cycled. 14, 15, 16, 17, plus this is getting cycled most of the time. So then I have to make 4 cuts. I think I can safely cut the Panthers Pounces. Though they do play well with the Monica. I feel like I have a decent number of non-creatures. Yeah, I have 10. Still, Helicarrier Strike. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drops. Hydra Troopers is not my favorite. Ninja seems fine. It's between Hydra Infiltration and the Shield Helicarrier. Probably the Hydra is my favorite. I also don't love Agents of Hydra when I have no ways to sack it and stuff, but I think it could be fine too. Just gum up the game a little bit. Plays well with Widow's Bite for Death Touch. Is in the land slot. So I have 4 bread sources. I don't really like Hydra Infiltration that much, but maybe it's okay. Maybe I'd rather just cut Agents of Hydra. It's kind of low impact. I don't have a lot of synergies with it. So I have 14 creatures. This is kind of creatures, though. It's also a non-creature for Monica. Yeah, let's see how this goes. I think this could be okay. Yeah, I don't have any changes I really want to make. I feel like I could have drafted slightly more optimally. Like, the Wrecking Crew is a good card. I could have taken the second Maria Hill. I think I'd really like to have the second Maria Hill, but I didn't know I was going to get 3 copies of the Cruel Removal spell or whatever. But as we get ready for round number 1, I would like to shout out the NicolaiBolas Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you're enjoying my videos and you'd like to support my work, you can do so at Patreon. Special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It makes a tremendous difference. Okie doke, round 1. Oh, we've got it all. 2-drop, 4-drop, Monica on turn 5. We don't have any non-creatures yet, but this is exactly what we want. We are on the draw, but we are feeling pretty good, I think. The Wakandan Drone Flock's not terrible. Maybe we would rather just have like the random 2-drop guy. Yeah, let's keep this. 2-drop, 4-drop. That's a great draw too. This will buy me some time. Playing against red-white. Oh, that's a huge draw. That's really good for me because that's not an aggressive 2-drop. So I can afford to get rid of a plains here and not be worried about it. And then I have plenty of removal, so I can just fire off Cruel Alliance on things. Like, I'll probably just kill whatever 3-drop they play. Yep, get rid of that. No attacks. Viv Vision, sure. That's another great card. Works great with sacking a Red Room recruit to it, I'll tell you that much. Don't want either of those, actually. So this basically drew me 2 cards. It's pretty good. Sacrifice a creature of their choice. Their creatures are a lot better than mine. So this can be pretty big, but it'll be bigger next turn. Go to combat, they'll tap my guy. No attacks, let's just play Photon. I can play Wrecking Crew next turn for X=4. Or X=3 if I want to rummage away this land. They did nothing on their turn. Do X=3, but they don't have a token to destroy. So I'll just rummage away this land, make them lose 2 life, and then you have us both sack a creature. I'll lose my Red Room recruit. These are my 2 best cards, and being able to cast them here is real nice. I forgot there were 4 modes. Yeah, we won't use the token one. Sure. Okay, no need to risk this thing. Next turn I'll kill this. And I'll hit them for lethal probably. This is 9, 12. Plus 3 6s. Almost lethal. Repulsor Blast, okay. Okie doke, they're dead next turn. Almost certainly. Boom. Got the win. Well, turns out you win the games where you get photon down. Okie doke. On the draw, we keep this. Pick up the shield is interesting in my deck. I'm not sure how good it is. It seems fine, though. Scroll. Yeah, we'll get the raft down. We don't really need to cycle this just yet to get our mountain. We don't have our red cards. We will tap this guy on upkeep. Because we are going to just do that and then cycle Savage Land, probably. Because they didn't have a good thing to play last turn, so they'd have to draw one. Okay, bummer. I'm not going to bother Cruel Alliancing their scroll. I could web up their web up, but I don't think my guy's that high priority. Take care of that guy. Eventually I'll draw a creature and then I'll have another kill spell for anything. Hollywood man, okay. Sure. We will, because they might discard some creatures, and then yeah, and then that thing could have become a 3/3, and then we wouldn't be able to kill it. She-Hulk, wow, that's a top deck. Well, shucks. I mean, we're gonna lose now, but a large part of that was that we never drew a creature to use our Cruel Alliance with. Yeah, we're dead. Well, that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. Like, what a nightmare. We have all these creatures in the deck, and just couldn't draw one the whole game. Yeah, we had a creature in our opening hand. We have 14 in the deck. We have the Shield Helicarry, so we basically have 15 creatures and never drew one to deploy. And then they ripped the She-Hulk, of course, off the top. We were still going to lose to the Wonder Man without drawing creatures, though. Okie doke, here we have plenty of creatures. Makes you wonder where they were last game. Don't love being on the draw. Reptiles, fine, I don't really care. Ooh, there's Monica Rambeau. We can go Cloak and Dagger and then take up the shield to protect our guy, which could be good. I think they have Lightning Strike, but I have to play my cards out. Oh. Oh dear. So taking Repulsor Blast does nothing. Hmm. Oh, they also have a mountain. I guess exiling Reptile might have been the move. Maybe we can play around this knowing that they have it. They don't have a white source yet. And if we find our red source, we can play Monica. And this plays really well with the shield helicarrier at some point. Oh, what a rip that was. Let's go. He doesn't want to Repulsor Blast my Cloak and Dagger. I also have this into this now at some point. I don't want to play this until after they've done some shenanigans, though. Kunlun Warrior. I'm kind of just playing around this by just playing the Helicarrier out. And then attack them for 5. Say Superhero Civil War to take my 2/1/1s. Pretty good for me, honestly. So I can crew this up now. So this can become a 6/6, which will be a 7/7. And they have to spend their whole turn on it. Bingo, bango, bongo. Get wrecked, Civil War. Get wrecked. Knowing that they have Civil War does let you play a little differently, which is nice. Definitely nice. Drawing that mountain was a really good draw, too. Let's go. See you next round. Well, this is a very good hand again. We are on the draw. 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. This is going to be a good top deck, I mean, good mountain at some point. We have a lot of teamwork cards to be very good with this. This card can keep this safe if it would die. We'll let them we say this. Because I want to trade this off and then Night Nurse and play it again. So I don't really want a Night Nurse. And I don't really want a Rocks and Brutes here either. Yep. Because they will certainly trade for this. They could have Red Guardian. Nothing. Okay. Herbie, sure. Yeah, let's cycle. Get our mountain, because this way the raft can tap something. And if they kill Agent Maria Hill, so be it. A lot of their kill spells in blue-white, I wouldn't be able to protect from with Take Up the Shield anyway. Or Night Nurse. Ugh. Wiccan, sure. Can't tap that. But what I can do is Cruel Alliance it. Sure. Let's just keep on cruising. Captain America, living legend. Sure. Make them lose to have each player sack a creature of their choice. Maybe I don't rummage. Lose to each player sacks a creature of their choice. I'm going to sack my tapper. Seems pretty reasonable here. So they have an answer to that. I don't think I really want to draw this again. I stand corrected. Okay, they are at 2. I have 3 lethal creatures. I have a 4th one on the way. Got the win. Got the W. Nice. Nice. Awesome stuff. Keep it rolling. We're 3-1. Our deck is cruising. We have lots of great cards. We got the Wrecking Crew. We got the Photon. Our mana's pretty good. Okay, this is another keeper. We can just run out the Night Nurse on turn 2. Maybe not perfect, but it's probably better than nothing. I don't really want to just play the Monica. Let's just play the Tapper out. We can be patient. You can have mine. Take up the shield. One top, one bottom. Perfect. I mean, when you cast Photon on curve, you're feeling pretty pleased. And we've got our Tapper to help us stall, and Red Room Crew can help us dig for stuff. Hmm. I don't want us to lose creatures, but I'm just going to cast this as a 5/5. And I will make them lose 2 life. I think this is better than a random thing, because I would rather be able to loot away a random land that I draw. I'm going to play it very safe with the Photon. They played a 3-drop. They kept a card on top. They probably kept it on top. They didn't play it 5-mana play last turn. His Tapper can tap this thing down. I'm not going to play around Panther Pounce, I don't think. But like 1 non-creature spell in my deck that has like 10, so I have 8 left. So roughly a little bit more than a quarter of my deck. So I'm like 30% to draw one any given turn. 8 out of 28 is 4 out of 14, which is 2 out of 7. Okay, they kill that, sure. That's a great draw. Let's see what they're cooking. Okay, so they're holding up Widow's Bite. So let's just take that, because otherwise they'll get to do their stuff that they want. Pretty good draw here, getting rid of the Widow's Bite. I figured they had something. I was thinking they had +1/+1 counter indestructible, maybe. So what creature? They can get back a Wakandan drone flock. Not the worst card in the world. Next turn I can play this. They're going to go Drone Flock, Hero in Training. So then I'll nab whatever their last two cards are. Okay, so they're going to only have one card in hand, but that's fine. I get to put counter on my whole team, which is the main reason I wanted this over this. Oh, so there's no cards to get rid of. Okay, not the best. We'll be patient then. Yeah, maybe we should have kept the Rocks and Brutes. I think 4 mana put a counter on my whole team is still pretty reasonable. Yikes. Ooh. Shenanigans are afoot. So I can tap this down for 1 mana, play this thing, hit them for 6. So they're going to get to buff 1, 2, 3 creatures next turn. This thing being literally do nothing is not good for me, though. Oh, that's also a bummer. Claw can't attack because he's not a hero, so he's not going to get buffed. A claw attack would be a big blunder here for them, actually. Yep. So they're at 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers. Plus 5. I have 5 attackers. So let's say I tap down this guy. I attack with everything. They have to go jump here. Trade, trade. Go to 1. I gain 6. I gain 6, go up to 20. They have nowhere near enough. I think this is good. A good play. They get back their Widow's Bite post-combat, and then I immediately use Ninja of the Hand, and they kill the Ninja of the Hand. Will I have any blockers left? So I have no blockers. So I'm going to take 4, Hmm. I think they're forced to make these blocks, which is really good for me because of the Phil Coulson situation. Okay, well, I like those trades. They get to hit me for a lot here. 5. So I go to 12. 5. 10. So I go to 7. I could lose this, which is kind of a bummer. Yep, they put a counter on everything. Got the win. Let's go. I think we played that decently. It's tough to say for sure. Okay, nope. We got all our colors. We got a good hand. We don't have any creatures, but that's fine. Let's just wait on playing the surveillance room because we still need to draw a couple lands, and so once we no longer need lands, or we know we desperately need a land, we can be more. So yeah, now we know we need a land, so let's just play. Actually, we want to be able to hold up Widow's Bite, so we'll wait one more turn on this. So now we know we want to land on top. Even though that creature would be decent, we want to make sure we can just play our cards out. We have all the kill spells in the world, which tends to match up pretty well against this. Does not match up well against that. Clean 2 for 1 for them. Yikes on my end. Missing my land drop despite all my efforts. And by efforts, I mean 1 surveil, so not a lot of efforts. Low efforts. Let's see if we can get them to waste a mana on their equip here. They have take up the shield or something. Okay. It's pretty good for them. Now I don't need lands. That could actually, I mean, it probably won't lose me the game. They're just getting free value. They might have just had the land to play this anyway. It's pretty much just net them an extra mountain or something. Like, if they hit their land drop this turn, I'm not going to be like, oh, man, we lost the game because we didn't kill that thing instantly. Yeah. Pretty good. No attack. Let's just do what we can. Masters of Evil. I'm glad we saved our web up in our Cruel Alliance. Turn this into gain 2, kill their 3/2. It's decent. We have struck our opponent deep in their soul. They have 5 cards, I have 2. I have this thing in play, which could be useful at some point. Their board state's better. They're definitely ahead here. Both have 6 lands. Next turn is 2/2. Can trade for their 3/2 maybe. Bummer. Gonna get rid of this because if I draw Maria Hill, I'd rather have the other one. Unfortunately, this game has not gone my way. Whoops, I meant to block here. I don't know why that didn't go through properly. I don't know why I clicked it that way. Yeah. Yep, this is unfortunately just a loss, sadly. We didn't hit our 4th land on turn 4, and then we drew a land every turn after that, which is, yeah, just how these go sometimes. Yeah, I should be at 3 higher life, and then they would have attacked me with this, so it would have canceled out probably. Rocks and Brutes. Yeah, I knew they get to sacrifice it, but this is still the problematic creature on the board. Yeah, I'm just gonna scoop it up. They attack with everything. I have to chump. They attack with everything the next turn. The game's over. Okay. Let's not do that again. By which I mean not draw all my good cards and have some weird land draws. Yeah, the hands where I draw all my removal spells are awkward. That's for sure. If Web Up had been a Maria Hill there, it would have been great. But obviously that was like during the draft. At the time, it seemed correct to get the Web Up. This is a fine hand. This thing can help me get rid of some extra lands that I have. Shield Spy Kit. Ooh, that's a good 3-drop. Brave Brawler. So this will go get my mountain. They bottomed it, sure. Get our mountain. I like going Cloak and Dagger here. Because just getting rid of the Brave Brawler is pretty good. Yeah, so they're playing all these things. Let's just get rid of that thing. They have nothing they can do. I can be pretty smart with my lands and stuff and just get out my cards. Don't need those, that's for sure. Like, they'll never be able to use Murdoch's Crusade this game against my deck. I'll just keep all my creatures smallish. It's funny because I can't cast this. Because I got rid of both my planes. Frontside Monica, here we come. Bang! Oh, man, Cloak and Dagger did some work there. Not that it would have really changed much if I hadn't known what was in their hand. Just, like, killing their Brave Brawler, stopping their Scries. The trifecta of gold rares. Okie doke, we can keep this. Our Rocks and Brutes is probably going to have to find ourselves a Plains, even though we would love to get a Mountain with it. Because casting my cards is still essential. Okay, let's see what they're working with. The Mind Stone, the Ant, Agent Sharon Carter, Forge, Chemist. This plus Forge is going to be really annoying. Just ditch that thing. Get rid of that. Attack. The Helicarrier is not looking great in my deck, honestly. It has not done anything really substantial in any of the times I've drawn it. It's kind of there for synergy with Photon. Yep. Let's see what they do here. They're going to flash in the giant ant. This is what I was hoping would happen. Give this guy Death Touch, give this -2/-2. I think that went pretty decently. Bummer. Yeah, that's going to be game losing. Brutal. So they are in prime position here. They're going to start drawing extra cards every turn. Thanks to the Mind Stone Harness. But they currently have nothing in the tank. Okay, Brave Brawler. Sure, we can deal with that guy. I think I want to save my Cruel Alliance. Yep, they just had more card draw than me, and I didn't have a lot of pressure. That is the downside of drawing 5 removal spells. I mean, my hand was pretty solid, I think. Oh, man. Quake. Yep. So they're drawing 2 cards a turn. But they're low. So if I can just get across the finish line, maybe we can make something happen. Like, we're really close here. Like, next turn we could even, if we draw a creature, we can maybe get them in the air. And if they sack the Forge, then they can't use... Mind Stone. So it's really just if I draw a creature this turn, I think I can maybe get him. Sure. They bounce my Helicarrier, which is kind of wild. Unfortunately, I have not drawn a spell in a good long while here. Which is quite unfortunate, you could say. Sure. And I am getting punished for not playing my lands. So I could have, if I'd had an extra land in play to play this thing, I think I'd be almost winning. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's really, really bad. As they would say in Shrek or whatever. So, big draw for me. Ugh. Okay, they're sacking the Forge. That makes sense. Because now they need an answer, because I've got the lead on board. No! This only gets back creatures, right? Nope, permanent. Yep, that's bad. So I think we've lost now. If we had Patriot in play last turn, they just wouldn't have attacked with the Ant, and we would have still been in trouble. Because we could have forced them to chump block. So not playing our land did cost us. Yeah, I think that's game. Unfortunately, like, I don't know. They have drawn like 9 more cards than me, and they have only 2 more lands in play, which is definitely a factor. Like, I don't know. 9. Yeah, I've drawn 9 lands, and they've drawn like 12 or something. Maybe they have a couple in their hand, but they've been playing their cards out. So they have 11 in play, and I have 9 and 8 in play, 1 in hand. So it's kind of hard to win these sorts of things. I needed like 2 more spells to finish them off before this thing took over the game. I did what I could, I think. I mean, I could have played my land that one turn, but holding a card in hand is usually fine. Especially because I guess I couldn't cast the Wrecking Crew guy anyway. And now they can just bounce my stuff with Justice every turn. So I'm not going to make any headway. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to concede here. Okay. Well, our draft was pretty successful, 5-3. We lost to some wild stuff, I feel like. Don't remember all the losses, but that's because I have a short memory when it comes to those things. But our deck was pretty sweet. Photon did some serious work. Wrecking Crew did some serious work. And unfortunately, we just weren't able to quite get over the hump in that last couple games. But pretty sweet deck. I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it to the end, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag Savage Splash, because using the Savage Lands Dinosaur for one of our sources of mana as a splash was definitely something I haven't done before, but it's a pretty cool way to get some extra sources in your deck when you're playing the sort of 2-color plus a splash deck. So hashtag Savage Splash. Let me know you made it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.